Hi Libra, welcome to your unexpected reading for January 26th through February 9th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. All right. Cards. All right, Libra. King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Somebody who likes a lot of adventure, is a great entrepreneurial spirit, on the move, passionate, a natural born leader, that sort of thing. A lot of fun to be around, very adventurous. Could be thinking about that person. Decisions to be made. Could be kind of confused or overwhelmed by your feelings, Libra. Waiting to hear, and that just kind of feeds a confusion, doesn't it? You're kind of, things might be off to a good start, but you're wondering, there might be distance involved with this, that there's a long distance relationship. This is kind of waiting for your ships to come in, quite literally, or someone to arrive. When is the distance going to be closed? And this is, you could be thinking about how this is going to work. Okay. Five of Swords, Six of Wands, Five of Cups. Ooh, this is kind of similar to another reading. Page of Coins, and the Hermit. All right, this could be Virgo over here. Okay, so there is disappointment and waiting on someone to arrive. This is probably a long distance relationship, and there's been fighting because of it, conflict. And you're wanting things to work out, but this is, I think right here you're hopeful, but you're going to end up being disappointed here, and you're going to feel like you're back at square one, that you just don't know how this is going to work, because it might seem like things are they want this person, whoever you're dealing with, King of Wands, they want it to work out, but you're still going to be feeling disappointed. And the thing about that is, if there is distance involved, or if you are waiting, at some point words stop being enough and you need to see action. So even though it might, you might feel kind of heartened, like, oh, okay, they want it as much as I do, there's still that disappointment because of the distance or because of the inaction, or it's taking too long. You know what I mean? This is Five of Swords about. Five of Swords. What are we fighting over here? Feeling like somebody has been cut off or is cutting someone off. Five of Swords. How is this going to work? The Five of Swords about. Making a decision. So this is someone, perhaps there's things, maybe things are just getting to be too much for you, and you're just like really edgy and on edge, and you're like, I want a decision from you, or I feel like I need to make a decision. This has gone on long enough. And so we have a decision that's made. Things might be over, right? Or a decision has been made at least, but there's no movement forward because we're still kind of sorting out the fallout from that decision or how we feel about it. Okay, and it looks like the person that you were involved with wanted to work things out. But at the same time, part of me feels like, okay, well, I'm just going to go date then. That's interesting. What's the Six of Wands about? Yeah, still kind of figuring out what to do, but there's movement forward. So it's almost like this person hasn't slowed down any. Who is it? They might, be disappointed, but they're not. They're kind of acting in their own interest here. This is someone that they might be disappointed. They might be figuring out what to do. Their new normal might be trying to adjust it to, but they are firmly sitting in control. Even though you might have made the decision, they're still in a position of control and doing what suits them or what is best for them practically and what makes most sense here. If they made the decision, it was based purely on what would restore balance into their life and help them to move forward. I don't think this person has missed a beat socially. I don't know if they're dating, but I think they're still very, whatever they did it. They're going to work it to their advantage. They're very good at that. They didn't get to this position by not being able to think of things practically and what begets what and strategically and all that. So it could be that they're, maybe this is them. If this is a call to action as far as like, can you make a decision? They might say that they want to work it out, but they're doing it. They might be slow in coming to this decision. It might be not to your liking because it's more practically based than romantic or feelings, or it's going to be a lot slower than you would like. And there still is someone that's quite possibly trying to figure out how this is all going to work also. And their first concern is what makes the most sense, because they might be looking at this long term. It's not just a flight of fancy or a romantic thing. They're like, okay, if this is going to work, we have to consider all this. And you're just like, you know what? I don't think it's going to work out. I think this is just too much for me. I just want you here. Or I just want to be there. Can't we just bridge the distance? Or can't you just make a decision? Because there's disappointment and sadness here. And keep in mind that there's still 2 out of the 5 cups. So this could be, and we got the 2 of Pentacles here, the 2. So it could be that they've offered a solution, what they think is the best solution, that this will work. And yet you're still disappointed here. This is you feeling disappointed, and it's like back to the drawing board here. And maybe this is also you pulling back on your involvement with this person, because you just feel like you want more, and this is the best that they're offering, and you're like, that's just not good enough. I know that there's still something, but I want more. All right. And this is you retreating and withdrawing. So we've got 2 cards of pulling inward and thinking about things and going back to square one. This one's going back to square one, going back to the drawing board. This one is pulling inward and withdrawing. So, all right, what's this 5 of Cups about? Ouch, Libra. Ouch. 5 of Cups. Indecision and stalemate. Yep. Because they've got to do things practically based first. Everything they do is based on security and what makes sense and leads to longevity first. And also, to some degree, puts them in a position where they're still coming out on top. Like they're still going to come out victorious no matter what happens. They're not going to miss a beat here. This leaves you feeling disappointed, and actually, here's that stalemate card, unable to make a decision or not wanting to make a decision, even though it looks like there's been a decision, or at least the asking of making a decision here, if not a decision has been made. This one jumped. Feeling defensive and starting to pull back, not offering as much as you used to, starting to go inward and withdrawing, and then we have the final withdrawal here. And just, it leaves you in a position, Libra, of soul searching about what your next move is, and that's where this leaves you. So, let's see, I mean, I could clarify, but it's not going to give the decision here. It's just about what you're thinking about, which is probably what to do, to end it, to walk away, romantic offer. What's this Hermit about? Okay, I'm just saying, this has been happening so much. Do you see this? The Hermit just clarified the Hermit. I've had the Page of Swords clarify the Page of Swords. I've had the Page of Pentacles clarify the Page of Pentacles. This is happening quite a bit. So yeah, this is about you going inward and sorting out how you're feeling and what you truly want, and how what you want to call towards you, whether you want to keep working with this or whether you want to basically start a new course here. This shows that you're still your energy is still with this situation you just pulled away from. Just saying. All right. Did I say Taurus? Sorry, Libra. Libra. Why am I thinking Taurus? That's why I'm thinking Taurus. Sorry, Libra. So, this could be Aries. Did I mention that? It could be Aries. All right, Libra. This could be Virgo. Libra. Yeah, this is starting to get to be too much for you. And it could be that you are largely in support of this person because of the position. We got 2 kings here. So this could be you are more in a waiting position for them. This shows you waiting because they've got more at stake materially, financially than you might. So it puts you in a position of waiting and thus being in support of them. And that's nice at first, but not everybody's cut out to be the supporter. And after a while, even the people that don't mind doing it start to feel like, hey, when's it going to be about us or about me? This could be to the point where it's just really wearing on you. And we got another 9 here, Libra. And you're just like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this anymore. It's starting to break my back. Libra. Mother Earth. This is, okay, so when I see this, this says you are called upon to help with environmentalism. But when I see this, there's another water sign or water card. It's called purification, I think. When I see it though, I feel like this is saying that you need to get some distance from this situation, Libra. You need to go outside and get away from this socially. You need to get away from this mentally. So exercise, obviously, but this is saying get active and do things to ground yourself. Do things that sort of, well, like what this is doing, pulling your energy back in and going inward and starting to do things that resource yourself instead of being the backbone or the support for somebody else. Start giving that back to yourself and doing things that ground you. All right, Libra. And here comes my cat. Perfect time to end it. Good Lord. So I thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope it works out. It looks like you're going to be thinking about it quite a bit. So you take care, Libra, and I hope to see you in the next reading.